All right. It's Jared here for Crypto Plan. How's everyone going? Just a little bit. I'm a little bit nervous at the moment, and just wanted to kind of share that with you. If you're a chart reader like me, things are going too sidewaysy, and it's just slightly unpredictable at the moment. And I feel like there's going to be some kind of a market correction, which, whether it happens in all markets, I don't know, but history tells us that when our major US indices correct, so can our cryptocurrency. So I thought I'd just put it on the radar and just let you know that I'm tightening stop losses. I am just kind of preparing to put some of my things into cash if there is a bigger crash, to kind of cut the losses and then buy in at a better price. So that's where I'm at. So stick around if you like these kind of, macro market updates, because that's what this one will be. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So we're on the DXY. If you've been watching on my videos, you can see these two ascending wedges where, they resolve to the downside. Now, this one broke down. I would have expected it to kind of break that key level there of 91 cents, but it didn't. So it's just forming a new ascending wedge. But what that means is that, the dollar is getting stronger compared to all other currencies. And I guess in general, sometimes this happens at kind of an indicator that people are going into cash. And I'm hearing that all around on Twitter, that traders are going, this is a hard market to trade. People are going to cash. People are waiting on the sidelines. People are waiting for a dip and a correction. So, and I know that people have been banging the drum of corrections coming. But the reality is that it will come at some time. It's just that how big and how long and how sustained is it? So I've got a couple of things I want to show you. So I've added, the three major indexes in the USA, and just to see how high things are, So people say that it's very propped up by, currency printing and whatever. But in general, I guess, there's just most of the money is going into, a small percentage of equities in the USA, the 25 Dow Jones companies, the 500 S&P companies, and the 100 or so tech companies in the QQQ. So adding them together, you can see that they're in a constant uptrend. They're well above their 30-week moving average. And they're high, and you can see that it often dips down, So are we setting up for another one of these dips down to this level? Are we going to touch the 30-week MA, or are we going to do kind of one of these bigger dips, where like a C19 kind of thing? But we don't know. We just know that what it's looking like is that things are folding over on themselves. There's two red days, a big red candle like that just kills any gains that it had for a week before. It's a warning sign, so just be aware, be prepared. So yeah, individually on all these indexes, two large red days, and that's that's telling us something. You can probably risk off based on that alone, that maybe these key levels are going to be reclaimed. Looking at our another chart I made, which is just Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google, Microsoft, Tesla, which is, even in those indices themselves, they're the majority of the index, so that's where all the money is really. Just the fact that it's topped recently and then a big drop and then a fall off, and maybe a lot of that's to do with Amazon, and Amazon is definitely very much near a top. But once again, it could fall quite a lot and still be in a decent uptrend, if you know what I mean. So, is there going to be some profit taking in these? Possibly, algo kind of trips, this kind of thing, definitely possibly. We could see this thing fall back as low as this low here, like very quickly. Probably more than likely kind of somewhere around here. It'll tap back to, like, just push through that 30-week MA. But yeah, you could definitely see something like that happening. Bitcoin, this kind of scares me a little bit, only because, I would have liked to have seen it kind of break well above the 30 MA, back test, and then kind of firing out of there. The fact that it's just crumbling and crunching around that 30-week moving average is a little bit scary for me. So yeah, I would definitely like to see that move higher. But in saying that, it would be completely normal for it to kind of come back to this 42.5 level for a higher low in this kind of uptrend move. So it's just a little bit indecisive at the moment. You know, you got these daily doji candles, very small spread within the day, and, you know, kind of a couple of days sell off. So basically all that action we had on August 13th where things ran up and gave us confidence, you know, the next preceding week has just lost all of those gains. So that's scary in itself. The altcoin market, same deal again. The last 2 days, very undecided. 2 days before that, proper sell-off, you know, and there is only those couple of, you know, altcoins, the Solana and Terra Luna, that are actually breaking into new all-time highs. So, you know, there's a couple of altcoins that are propping up the whole market, and the rest of them are battling around their 30-week moving average. So, yeah, this is quite interesting just to watch on the sidelines. And once again, the altcoin market would have every right to dip back to its 30-week moving average and shed, you know, a couple of $100 billion there. You know, it's done it before. Why couldn't it do it again along with the stock market? So once again, I'm not trying to instill fear. I'm just saying, be aware, be cautious. You know that we've had a good run, and these corrections can play out and will play out. You know, and if you're not prepared and you're not willing mentally for, you know, your portfolio to kind of go down in value, and you're a trader, then stop losses are the best way to kind of deal with that, is to go, well, you know, I'm happy for it to dip as low as X, Y, or Z level, and after that I'll sell and wait on the sidelines until I get some confirmation that we're moving back to the upside. So that is that. But on the plus side, and, you know, this is the beautiful thing about markets, is that you can play the short side of it. So you can see here things like West Texas crude oil has gone up by 16% today. The -3 leveraged share of West Texas crude oil that I've started following, you know, betting against the stock market, you know, and I'm sure there's crypto tokens out there that are, you know, minus leverage, or leverage to the minus side, or the short tokens out there. So you can hedge yourself and hedge your position. If you don't want to set stop losses, you can go, well, I'll allocate some money to the short side of the trade so that I, you know, can make some profit in the short term to put that then back into the long side at a future date. Me personally, I'm shorting Uber at the moment, and shorting the QQQ as well. Because I believe it'll go down for a little while. And once again, you know, it's just a good way of catching some profits on the downside, so that, you know, any corrections aren't as scary. So that's my thoughts. That's what I'm doing. I definitely am a firm believer, along with the rest of, you know, the people I follow, that the top is near for, you know, the major US stock market and indices. How big the correction is, I don't know. How long and sustained it is, I don't know. But there will be a correction. My hope and my plan is that some of that money flows into safer things like gold and silver miners, and, you know, more kind of potentially speculative assets like cryptocurrencies, because people are trying to recoup losses or something like that. But I can't predict, you know, the macro thoughts of everyone. So I can only sit on the sidelines and go, well, best thing I can do is, you know, set stop losses on anything I'm not 100% sure about, buy the dip on anything I am 100% sure about, and just stay in cash for confirmation of an uptrend and something stronger. So that's where we're at. Just in general, looking at our cryptos, you know, nothing too crazy is happening. We've got Bitcoin fluctuating, you know, like say plus or minus a percent all day. It's really in indecisive mode. I hope it breaks to the upside, but like I say, a downside break is just as possible. Good thing is our cryptos aren't, you know, too heavily bleeding with this insecurity or unsureness of cryptocurrencies in general. You know, especially the ones we're following. You know, 2% on One Harmony was still above the 30 MA. Game credits kind of tapping back, but like I say, this uptrend line's in play. It would be completely normal to keep bouncing on that trend and trajectory. I've seen game credits do really well and then kind of pull back and flatten off a bit. Ethereum, you know, it's gone up and it's just, you know, probably going for the next higher low. which is around that kind of breakout level it saw there. So there's nothing really scary for me in cryptocurrencies. I wouldn't say that I'm setting stop losses on cryptocurrencies. We've been through such a dip in cryptocurrencies, and we've worked our way back through those dips that, I'm kind of just happy enough to keep playing out and staying as a hodler. The things I'm talking about more is anything short-term trades, anything that you're not 100% convinced about. Set your stop losses, or just maybe scale out of those positions now and sit in cash. If you're a person that would be affected by a large dip, and going, oh, I wish I had some cash to buy the dip, because it's like, even if you're taking a 10% loss on an asset now, if things correct by 30, 40, 50%, you're better off kind of selling out, going to cash, and then buying back in lower and then going up, So sometimes it's just easier and safer to go, here's a level I'm willing to hold to, this is the amount I'm willing to lose, and then I'll get back in when things are moving again. So at the end of the day, you want to keep your money moving, your money growing, and if not, have dry powder on the side to actually take advantage of opportunities you see where, things overcorrect, and you can buy in and catch that, that profit event where things go so low and they bounce back, and you're straight away in the good run. All right, that's it for me. I'm not scary mongering for a crash. I'm just saying, be cautious. See that there is writing on the wall for some kind of a correction, and if not, there's just a really sideways period that's kind of playing out in general. So let's just watch, wait, and learn, and the charts will tell us the story eventually. So I've been Jared. This has been Crypto Plan, and happy trading and happy investing, and catch you on the next one. Bye now.